Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today again. Welcome to the Hero's Journey podcast, a sacred space where you can kiss your doubt goodbye and embark with confidence and love on your quest to become the hero on your journey back to wholeness. And together with brilliant minds, we venture into the unknown to revive and mend what is torn and to patch what is missing. And today, I'm so excited to introduce you to Simina. It's a wonderful, wonderful, magical story that we have today. And Simina is a wonderful example for what is possible and that people change people. If I remember correctly, someone else that has been already on this podcast, James, it was episode 6, I believe, he was diagnosed with brain tumor before, and Simina was also diagnosed with brain tumor. So by seeing and witnessing James's change, she also kind of dove into the work and tried out something else. And today she will take us on her story and talk about her hero's journey and how she has overcome a lot of things. So I'm really excited for this one. And Simina, the word is yours. Where do you think your story started?
Oh, hello. Thank you for listening to me. I think before I got diagnosed, I had a really, really, really busy life. We were doing a house up. We took the roof off and done 2 levels on top, uh, kids clubs and everything. I have 3 children. How old they were? They were 10. No, they were, yeah, 10 and 13 at the time. Um, so I was really busy with them because my husband did the whole house basically from top to bottom. Well, he had some trading, but um, yeah, I was really really busy. Paperwork for because we own our own business, which is rental properties, and um, yeah, really, really busy with everything you can imagine. Doing a house up, kids
Yeah.
clubs, everything. It was really extremely busy. So I think before I got diagnosed, I could feel like how should I say, just bouts of forgetfulness. But obviously, I thought that's because I had so much going on that
Mm.
that's what was happening. So um, yeah,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, and basically how it started, um, I was having my daughter's 13th birthday, uh, and she's 18 now. She's going to lead uni.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, and we went out with our family and extended family and friends, and go home about 10 o'clock. And then I just woke up in the night with paramedics all around me
Wow.
because I was having a seizure. So it
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
it wasn't great, but yeah, I woke up. I asked to go to the toilet, I think, and then I went in the. Obviously, they took me to the hospital in the
Mm.
ambulance, and I was having multiple seizures everywhere. It was just not nice at all. I don't know how I
Mm.
went through that, to be honest, but I did. So um, yeah, I got to the hospital. They gave me a CT scan and the MRI scan, um, and then um, I spent the next week in hospital. I didn't have to, but I just wanted to know what it was.
Yeah.
So I kind of convinced the doctors to let me stay. They actually gave me a private room at some point. So yeah, the main doctor for I was having a brain worm, which is ridiculous when you think about it now. That
Mm.
would have been the best outcome.
Mm.
Um, but my case was put forward. The medical MDT is called. I can't remember what the D stands
Mm.
for. Um, so yeah, and they said I got a glioma. So
They said what?
and
They were what?
yeah, I have a glioma.
Ah, glioma. Okay.
Yeah, which is a brain tumor.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, after that I go home. I don't know. I was feeling really down, obviously, because I thought I'm not gonna see my kids grow
Yeah.
and get married and blah blah, all things like that. But in the end, I had a surgery. Um, it was called asleep, awake, asleep, because they had to wake me up and check ask me questions until I couldn't answer them. That
Oh,
meant
wow.
that was enough to take off my tumor. So yeah.
That must have been
Oh
also quite intense and scary.
yeah, it was actually it was really intense. Although at the time they did my brain mapping, and that took about, I don't know, a couple of hours really
Mm-hmm.
before the surgery, and then um, I it was all a blur, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really speak afterwards after the surgery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really a real blur. I spent about 5 days in the hospital after the surgery, and yeah, it wasn't. Uh, I don't think it was long enough
Mm-hmm.
for my for my needs, to be honest, because I couldn't speak.
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
Oh,
the
wow.
doctor showed me a phone, and I didn't know what that was. Nothing at
Oh.
all. So it was just I couldn't say anything. My husband actually burst into tears because my favorite band is Coldplay, and I could sing one of their songs like all the way, but I couldn't speak. So it was,
Oh. And
yeah.
did it came back? Did they say something about this? Like, oh yeah, that's kind of like a normal side effect, and it will come back naturally, or did they just like?
Well, it did come back naturally.
Okay.
Uh, it took me about 2 months to get to where I am now,
Wow.
but yeah, it was a fairly long time, I think, because I
Okay. And
couldn't.
is this like a common thing for people who have like that type of surgery that they have like a prolonged period
It
where
was for me because my tumor was in the that's like the
left?
language and speech.
Mm-hmm.
So I was having, oh, I couldn't express myself. Maybe I know that was a phone that was showing me. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
using this as an example, but um, but I couldn't actually express it. I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
think of a word to say that was a
Mm.
phone. So
Mm.
I don't know.
Right.
Uh, yeah. Yeah, but then, oh, they did a funny test in the hospital, like to let me go home. I had to make toast and, yeah, put butter on it and put it on a plate. So, because they needed to know that I can do that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
an interesting
Now that,
test.
yeah, exactly. Um, but
Maybe it
they
does work.
literally had a kitchen
Oh,
ready
wow.
and everything like that in the hospital. So I went up there. It took me a long, long time to do that, like literally half an hour
Mm-hmm.
or maybe more. But um, I made a toast. I couldn't find the toaster, although it was in front of me and everything like that. And what happened? Oh, I finished everything, but the doctor said she didn't take a plate to put a toast on. And she said she doesn't do that at home either. So that was quite funny.
Oh,
But yeah,
wow.
and in the end they let me go
Okay.
after 5 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but then I go home and I had to have speech
There.
and language therapy
Mm-hmm.
with someone that used to come to my house and do all this. Like she would show me loads of objects and ask me to put them in pairs. What are they? Because they were really obvious now, but they weren't at the time because it will show you an apple, a banana, and the
Mm-hmm.
pear. What are they? Fruits, obviously, but I didn't know that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was quite. Yeah, it
Yes,
wasn't a great experience for me. But
definitely.
my husband has been my rock all the way through this,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I really have to thank him from the
Yes.
bottom of my heart for what he did for me. He used to
Yeah.
speak for me as well because um, when I started radio, it was April, I think. I've done radio, chemo, and that's it. But yeah, he would have to speak for me when we were going to appointments at the hospital. Um, and they used to give me my pills, which never worked at first, but then they changed my medication, and I had to have what you call it, infusion, like a
Mm-hmm. Infusion, yeah.
yeah, in my arm. But that was only 1 day a week, month, so it was. Although I felt shit for the rest of the time,
Mm-hmm.
it was like 1 day.
So after the surgery, you still had to go then, like it was not done, you had to continue with like
Sorry,
radiation
I couldn't
and
hear you.
oh, after the surgery, you had to continue with chemotherapy and radiation.
Uh, the first thing I had was radiotherapy, about 33 sessions of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first thing I had. They decided not to give me the chemo at the same time because it was just a bit, you know, my weight was not that great. Um, so they decided not to do that for me. I
Mm-hmm.
had chemo afterwards. Like I had a month off and then I had chemo, which lasted, it was 2020, oh, pretty much a year.
Mm. And
So
how did you like of course like before you got the diagnosis for cancer, you were already in a stressful situation. But how was it now? You couldn't speak. How were you feeling and how were you dealing with all of this? Like, I kind of would like to know how the inside during this whole situation, how you were thinking and how you were feeling. Were you hopeful after the surgery? Or, yes, please share with us.
right, when I had the surgery,
Mm-hmm.
I think they stopped at 30% of the tumor that was
Mm-hmm.
still left in there because obviously I couldn't speak. I couldn't express myself in any way, so they stopped it there when they woke me up. Um, so um, I can't. It's all a blur, to be honest. Right now, it took. I thought I'm fine, but my my husband tells me I was no, definitely no. uh, so so it's yeah, it was all a blur, to be honest. I didn't really mind the radio, but the chemo took quite a toll on me. I
Mm.
mean, I was feeling sick. The pills made me feel sick every single time I took them because they started with something called termoselite or something like that, which
Mm-hmm.
was 20 years old, and it wasn't really working for me. My husband got a call from my lead oncologist to say it's not working, so we should change it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I got a different medicine from them, like different chemo from them. So and that seemed to work, although I was still getting like mm, results. It wasn't straightforward at all. So um, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then how, okay, after the chemotherapy, and like when did you kind of, or your husband, when did your husband get to know the work like around meditation and Joe Dispenza? When came this into your life? And at
Yeah.
what point were you with your health? Because you mentioned like the chemo was not necessarily really doing something.
Yeah, it was hit and miss, the chemo, to be honest. But instead of going down, it was going like in the middle, like
Mm-hmm.
not very, not very. And again, this is quite a blur for me because
Yeah.
my husband used to tell me that's not working, do that kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah. So I relied really heavily on my husband, to be honest, for that. Sorry, what was the question?
No worries. And when did the meditation came into your life? Like,
Oh yeah. Well, I'll have to take it back a bit to
mhm,
2022. Um, we met Ron, James's dad. You mentioned him, and he was just. I mean, my husband and I were talking like for about 6 months, I would say, just comparing what we were doing, what they were doing, and things like that. And at some point in autumn 2022, um, they went to a retreat in Orlando, and my husband said, my husband went to see him, and he explained to him what he was doing there. He had loads of, like, what I thought then, woo woo kind of
mhm.
things. But he really convinced my husband that we should give it a go. So we did. We went to Cancun in 2023, like June time.
Mhm.
So obviously I did the progressive beforehand. Um, my husband just didn't care about that at that time anyway. Um, so he went with me, and he didn't even own a mask. He was like staring at me for the whole time. That's how
Mhm.
worried he was. Bless him. And he was. It, I I don't think I like that now, but that's what he did. He, like, literally, when I
Mhm.
was putting my mask on and going within, he was just doing that. He just
Mhm.
couldn't take his eyes off me.
Mm.
So that's when my going within started. I had a weird experience during my healing, coherence healing. Um, the last one, I could obviously I had one the before that, like, you know, I was I just was hit by a ball of light in my heart, and it was just kind of made me, you know,
Yeah, explode, kinda.
yeah.
Was that at the event or was it like even before the
Yeah, it
event,
was
like a coherence?
it was the event, one of the healings at the event.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
When I could see some toucans,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just pecking away at my where the tumor was.
Interesting.
So I know it's just
Do you have a personal relationship with toucans, maybe? Or was it
no
just
nothing.
completely random?
I didn't know what the birds are called before
Oh.
I explained it to my husband, and he said they're toucans, aren't they? I said,
Uh,
I don't know. They had the long beak and
yeah. Yeah, they're
yeah,
quite colorful too, and they have like this long, huge beak.
yeah,
That's,
yeah,
yeah, wonderful.
yeah. I had no idea what they were before I told my husband, and he realized they were toucans.
Mm.
And then we went, 'cause we went to Cancun. I told you that, didn't
Mm-hmm.
I?
Yeah.
And we were walking through the resort because there are quite a few hotels. I don't know if you've been or not.
Mm-mm. To Cancun, I
No,
haven't.
there were about five hotels in
Mm-hmm.
one. We stayed at a adult only one because obviously we didn't have the kids with us, but
Yeah.
we were walking around at the end of the retreat, and because we stayed a couple of days longer, and we went into this restaurant, and there they were, toucans.
Amazing.
I know, talking about synchronicities.
Definitely. So beautiful. Wow. I have a question about the healing. So, you mentioned first, like before, you were kind of you saw a lot of light
Yeah.
and your heart opened.
Mm.
That was like at the end of the retreat. At the beginning, were there some like was it hard
No,
to heal?
it was still a coherent selling. I think it was the either the first or the second one. I can't remember
Oh,
exactly,
okay,
but
yeah.
I know the second one
Mm.
was the last one.
Ah, okay, okay. And like during the other meditations, how were you feeling there? Was there also like, were there patterns coming up that you had to overcome, or like specific thoughts or fears, or was it just like you were sitting there and like, I have no idea what to do, I just go with
Yeah,
it, or
exactly.
how was your
I just
experience?
I just have no idea what to do. It was my first one, obviously, so I had no idea what I need to do or say. I just closed my eyes and tried to go within, but I don't think that was working very well for me at that
Mm,
point. And it was just weird to sit there and just go within. Oh,
mm.
um, Ron James and Will James's brother came with us as well. So
Oh, wonderful.
yeah, so it was quite a good experience in that way. We've been with them to uh, another four.
Ooh,
Uh,
wow.
four. They were all in Cancun, to be honest, because we
Oh,
love that
Cancun.
hotel. And they have all-inclusive food
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. So that was our favorite one. But I think we need for the next one to just move away from that a bit and maybe do a advanced one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Awesome.
have you been to an advanced one?
I've only been to like in Turkey. It was 2021.
Oh yeah, you said
That
yeah.
was my first week-long retreat, and I have been to a progressive, and I plan to go on more retreats. Like now after Corona, I feel like there are less retreats in like more Europe
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
area, so it's mostly in America. But
Yeah,
I'm looking forward, especially to Cancun. I would love to
it
go there.
really,
It's yeah. I think like the scenery and everything is supposed to be so beautiful. So I would be
it really
excited
is.
and thrilled to go there, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I need to
So
try that.
beautiful. Awesome. Okay, cool. And then after the event and you were back home, were you kind of like dismissing the experience, like, oh, maybe I was dreaming, or were you kind of keeping going with the meditation, or like,
Um,
did you feel some sort of
I
shift?
I never really stopped meditating
Oh,
since.
right. Okay.
So maybe for, a day or two, but I don't even think I did that. But I was, I don't know, I was not connecting in some at
Mm-hmm.
some points. So I was feeling like I'm failing, like I'm doing something wrong, like
Mm,
what, and in the end, I learned that about a year ago that you just have to let go, and surrender, and that's that's my biggest take on it, to be honest.
mm.
Just let go. And it's funny because my husband would say that I'm really good at letting go and surrendering. But yeah, it's when you think about yourself, I don't think you ever ready to let go, but it turned out I was.
Beautiful. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I also come these days across some like because I'm a little bit in the unknown right now. And then when you don't get feedback in like immediately, you think like, oh, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? And then letting go
Mm,
of control is, I think, a big deal for people. And then what I love still about meditation, if you just keep doing it and kind of focus on your breath and just relax and surrender
mm,
more and more,
exactly.
there's always something happening like good. You see it in your life, and you do not need to have like a crazy experience in meditation to know that things are changing. So
Yeah.
yes, how like were you just at the point where like this kind of feeling of, you know what, I think I'm fine, just kind of creeped into your body, or were you having this like another big realization or experience in meditation which led you to let go more? Like how was that?
I only had weird experiences during my healings.
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever had that during my meditations.
Yeah.
Although I'll tell you a story from Orlando, because we went to Orlando as well without Ron and James.
Mm.
Um, and um, and sorry, what was I saying?
About like
Oh
uh,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't really think I had one during meditation, although someone else did for me in Orlando,
mhm.
and I'll tell you the story in a minute. But uh, I during my healings, just um, I had people see blue beings around me,
Mm.
but I couldn't see them. Maybe I'm just not open enough to that kind of stuff. But uh, uh, last time, Ron, James's dad, came and sat next to me on my last healing again. So I didn't know until I opened my eyes that in my pot there was James's dad. So
Mm.
it was just that was surreal for me because I don't know how many like uh, chances are for someone and you go there with to be in your pod. So
Yes. Just for explanation, like there are so many people in this on these retreats. Like it's at least 1,000, maybe in
Yeah, exactly.
maybe even more, maybe nearly 2,000. And then to have like someone that you know like in your healing circle, that's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
synchronistic.
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And he actually, because his son was about one row away from me,
Mm-hmm.
and he passed his son, and he thought he's gonna stop there, but instead he came and saw me. So
Mm.
he didn't ask to be put there, obviously, but it was just a wonderful experience for me.
Beautiful. Amazing. All right. And then when did you feel like getting better? Like you were kind of letting go more in your meditations and like letting go of this like and just relaxing. And when did you feel things in your reality shift in your body or and also in your reality?
I think it was the time that when you're always fighting, or you always want
Mm-hmm.
to have control, and you always have to do something more than you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
When I actually surrendered, and I was doing my meditations to change, that's when it happened. So
Mm.
it was, yeah, when I just let go and just wanted to change,
Yeah.
that's when it happened, definitely.
Beautiful. So you were just like when something goes not the way you were planning to, then you're like, ah. Or can you give like an
Yeah, exactly.
example? Can you give like maybe an example of like,
I don't know, because I remember one day, it was about, what was it, 25, maybe 18 months ago. I
Mhm.
just thought, you know what, I'm gonna try to change. I'm not gonna try to heal my tumor. I'm gonna try to change and see how that works. And in the end, I ended up doing it just for the fun of it, to be honest.
Mm.
Because I really, the thing is, I've always been, not always, but I've always tried to live at ease, as is. And when I try to do my meditations to change, I was definitely living as is, because I wanted to change. I knew that I needed to change as well. So it was just very liberating for me to do that.
Beautiful. That sounds cool. And then did you notice like also you were becoming more relaxed and did also something in your body change like with the speech did that improve or like did you feel any because you were having the tumor did you feel anything like getting better in a physical sense?
Well, first, first of all, when I was diagnosed and all for my radio and chemo, um, I wasn't getting good results at all, like I said, and uh, it was uh, again that's a blur to me. But my husband says it was growing, so it wasn't necessarily stable.
Mm-hmm.
But since I started meditating, I think it was pretty. Uh, I had a scan after my first retreat, because I used to have them every 3 months. Then now every 6 months.
Mm.
So yeah,
That's amazing.
I know it is, isn't it?
That's awesome. That's beautiful.
It
So
is,
good.
yeah. And yeah, I had a scan a couple of months after my first retreat. I think I can't remember.
Mm.
It's all a blur. But that's the first time I got stable, and
Wow.
I still getting stable now. And um, my husband asked the question, what does that mean exactly? and they said, the doctor said, we don't know until we have a biopsy, and they don't wanna give me a biopsy because that would be unnecessary. Really, they would have to cut my brain open again. I don't know.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. Don't really
Oh,
know.
so a biopsy is like where you take like some tissue to test or oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
okay. Now I can understand that. I wouldn't want to have my brain cut open unnecessarily.
yeah, exactly.
Whew.
Yeah, but I just um, they just said, we don't know until we have a biopsy, but we because it's been stable for so long now, about 3 years, I think.
Mm,
Uh, they can't say if it's cancerous or not. So the fact that it hasn't changed in 2 or 3 years means, in my head, obviously, I'm very optimistic. Um,
beautiful. Yeah.
there's no cancer.
That's beautiful. That's
maybe
amazing.
uh, maybe scar tissue or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing well and just keep going, like if you enjoy your life and you're such a I mean, I feel it when I talk to you. You're a very bright personality. So, it's amazing that you have overcome so much fear and don't really have even the need to do a biopsy or to check and just that trust,
Yeah, yeah,
which is, I think, worth a lot. Because trusting that there's something bigger than you that just takes care of you, and trusting yourself, I guess, as well, because you trust yourself enough to um, to believe in yourself and to do this work and to embody this work every day. And I guess some days are maybe a little bit harder than other days. Like we all get
yeah.
stressed
Of
out
course,
at
yeah,
some point,
yeah,
but like not to a point where it is your new personality. So that's wonderful to hear. And yes, that's and I mean I guess your body would tell you or something would tell you if it was getting like let's say negative again.
exactly. That's what I think. I think my body
Yeah,
would definitely let me know that something's not right.
yeah,
So,
that's amazing. Beautiful. And now, like, what do you like? I feel like you're a person who really enjoys life. So, how,
oh, I
like, apart
definitely
from
am.
apart from healing your from apart from healing your tumor, how has your life changed? Are you open to try more things? Of course, you told us that you are
Yeah.
less stressed. I think I kind
Hmm.
of, because I was planning to join you guys. I'm not sure if you have it done yet, but Dee told me that you were having plans to do some skydiving, like jumping
Oh
out of
yeah,
the
I
plane.
did.
Have you done that now
I
already?
I done that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But my husband wants to do it, so you're welcome anytime. Uh, and I'll do it again. It was amazing. It was so liberating. I couldn't
Wow.
stop smiling all the way through it. Just couldn't stop smiling.
Oh,
It was so good. It was amazing.
beautiful. So cool. And tell us anything that you want to tell us about, like how, like uh, I think it's always so amazing when people they lose a lot of fear and then they're kind of more open to life. So I'm really excited to hear what else has been like changing in your life, even if it's like the simple ways. But I think even feeling more joy on a daily basis is just such a
Yeah,
gift when we do this
definitely.
work.
Mm. Yeah,
Beautiful.
what changed in my life? The thing with jumping out of a plane, I always wanted to do that. Like since I was 16. It was my
Wow.
dream to do that. Yeah. Um, but other things are happening lately that we started to do Wim Hof. We do the cold showers, and I was really, really a really cold person. I don't, because I come from Romania.
Oh.
It's really hard for me to to withstand the cold. So it was a revelation for me because I now can do 3 minutes in a cold shower. So that's
Ooh.
really good for me. Um, but yeah, we're doing the Wim Hof breath and Wim Hof cold shower exposure, and then we're doing keto, which is I don't know what.
Yeah, it's a diet, right?
It's a diet, yeah, with no carb. Well, about 40, 50 grams of carbs,
Hmm.
which is quite little. We can't have pasta or potatoes or
Ooh.
rice or anything like that.
But is it
But
like how do
we
you feel
loved
with
it.
the keto?
Oh, I love it. And because Ron James' dad found the website that gives us recipes,
Mm.
like, and they're really easy recipes as well. It's not like you have to cook for half a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
By the way, well, after my surgery, we tried loads of the things, like
mm.
including keto, um, and my husband had to cook like literally all day for me to have that because obviously I was in bed, not
Mm.
responsive, and it wasn't a great time in my life. That I think I chose to forget it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a conscious decision or not, but I kind of chose to forget it. And my husband used to do loads of other things. He used to like read books, podcasts, loads and loads of things
Mm.
just for me, which is I'm really grateful for, to be honest.
Mm, that's love.
Yeah, it is, I guess.
Oh, so beautiful. Very devoted husband.
Yes, it definitely was. Yes.
Mm. Amazing. Well, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Usually, um, the heroes. I told you about the concept about the hero's
Yeah.
journey, and so we had, your initiation, and then like the things that you overcame simply
Hmm.
by sitting down with yourself and going inwards and, sensing space and whatnot. And what I love about your story is also that you mentioned clearly that you'd done the meditations then to change yourself, not
Yeah.
to heal. And actually, I have a question right now rising up regarding this. So, were you doing then the reflections? Like, would you at the end of the day kind of reflect, okay, what behaviors or what thoughts could I change and replace them with different thoughts and things? Because I know some people, they were doing especially this quite specifically. They would put a lot of attention and intention into implanting new thoughts and like rehearsing like new behaviors. But I also know some people who simply went to the meditation and, they kind of relax, and then they're naturally at the next day, they're kind of more chill. And then, of course, their behavior changes too. I'm just curious how it was for you, if you were, how you were doing it.
At first, I think I was just like all of us trying to just quieten my mind,
Mm-hmm.
like because there was lots going on, and of course, as soon as you close your eyes, some other thoughts come in your head. No, no, not say bad thoughts, but what you did that day, or what you, what your husband said to you for
Yeah,
dinner time, or what, it's
just
it's quite
random chatter.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but so I had to literally change my thoughts to be nothing, like go into nothing and do all that. But as it turned out, well, for the last year, actually, I just been able to just really go into nothing quite well, and it's a combination of both, I think. Your question.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for clarifying that. I'm always curious about that. Awesome. All right, and then now you know when the the journey back actually is like you integrate all that stuff, and then the hero brings it to the community. So is there something that you would like to remind or say to people, like from the journey that you have undergone and what you have experienced? What would you like the essence, or if you could hold that wisdom into like a sentence, what would you say to them, or what would you remind them to do?
Um, it's not an easy question because I took so much out of meditation.
Mm,
First of all, it was obviously to quieten my mind and to just go into the nothingness and surrender and everything like that. But then it was also about where you put your energy, where please matter. I can't remember that exactly. Where you put your energy.
yeah, where you
Yeah.
put your attention or energy, you
Oh yeah,
basically
yeah,
where you put
yeah.
your intention, attention, your energy goes basically, or kind of
Yeah,
mental,
yeah,
what you
exactly.
observe into reality.
Mm, yeah, exactly. And then it was just because I did have a really good example in James, obviously, because he's just always so happy, always. I mean, I haven't seen him sad in ages, so yeah, I haven't. And he was a really good example how the meditation works for him and what it does. So I guess just surrender and let go. That would be my thing to say. I know
Mm,
it's not easy to do because I, uh, I found it hard myself. But if I would say anything to anyone, it just surrender.
yeah, surrender. And there is always something that catches you. And what I love,
Yeah.
even if you cannot surrender fully yet, along the journey, if you just take a tiny little step further, and this tiny little step is always matched. I feel like the
Yeah. Yeah.
tiny,
Exactly.
you don't have to be 100% perfect, but all these tiny little steps that you take and embody, that is matched by the divine, and I
Yeah.
absolutely love
Exactly.
that.
It wasn't easy,
Mm.
but because I meditate pretty much every day, uh, I I had training, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. You did your You did your meditation every day. That's awesome. I love that. Did you prefer to do it in
Yeah.
the morning or in the evening, or did you just do both?
I did both, but I used to prefer doing it in the morning because it's better for me. I'm not an early riser at all, but I just I wanted to do it without coffee and without
Mm-hmm.
any other stimulant. So I would go and sit on the sofa upstairs and do it, just do it. And sometimes I wouldn't want to do it, and but that made me want to do it even more. If you know what I mean. I just thought,
Yeah.
come on, Sim, you can do it. So yeah, so yeah, I think meditating is better for me in the morning with no with no stimulants. I have been doing it during the day lately because
Mm,
the kids are at school now, and it's you know a bit
mm,
harder to do it in the morning. But yeah, definitely in the morning for me.
beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so, so much for sharing your amazing story, for the wisdom that you shared. It's very inspirational. So, thank you so much for taking the time and just sitting down in this beautiful space and sharing your hero's journey.
Thank you for listening to me. It was really good.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
thank you. It's been absolutely, I'm always super inspired, and I love listening because when you listen to different people, I don't know, the sometimes, of course, every journey is different, but there are always similarities. And when
Yeah,
you listen to
definitely.
that again and again, it really reminds you like, oh wow, yeah, I do have control, or like I do have the power to influence my health, my life, my wealth, my relationships, and my opening my heart, that you are not a victim of your outer reality. And it's
Yeah,
actually good to surrender. Like it's good to be calm down, and you're supposed to, or like you're allowed to be calm in the midst of chaos.
yeah,
And you
exactly.
like, this is a good thing and this is a healthy thing to do. That doesn't mean that you, because sometimes honestly when I'm sitting in meditations and I get so relaxed and then I face life, and I had moments where like, I'm not sure, is this good if I'm this relaxed, because I was not used to being so relaxed.
Exactly.
And I was
I, I literally think the more relaxed you are, the better you feel.
yes, the better you feel and the
Now,
better
yeah,
solution
exactly.
oriented and problem solving you are by like naturally. But at the
Yeah,
beginning, I was like, this is so the opposite of what we are used to, or of what we often see in
mm,
society. So at the beginning, when I was experiencing that, I was like, I'm not sure if feeling this safe and feeling this good is good for me, which is a mind twist.
it's always good for you. If you feel good, it's always good for you.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you so much for sharing
No
that and
problem.
just
Thank you.
reminding that. All right, guys. Also, if you are um, in on your own hero's journey and have maybe some troubles with calming down your nervous system, I'm very proud to announce that I have written a book about emotional freedom technique. I don't know. Have you heard of that, Simina? Emotional freedom technique? Is that something
No,
that you ever came across?
no.
So this is basically like tapping. You tap some certain
Oh, tapping.
yes, you there's like a tapping sequence.
Yeah.
And when I was dealing with anxiety and when I was sitting down in meditations, it was so hard for me to actually calm down my nervous system because it was such on a high drive. And what helped me a lot was simply doing some tapping sequences because it speaks directly to your nervous system, and it's kind of like a physical reminder and sending signals to your brain to chill. And then I would start my meditations. So if you're struggling, or if you're someone who struggles a lot with anxiety, I do recommend you to dig into the EFT. There's a whole EFT universe out there, like from Dawson Church, EFT universe, and he has a lot of awesome free resources. And I also have like a short summary in my book, and I have created a lot of affirmations that you also then can tap into your system and reflect and rewire them in real life. So if that's something for you, you can check it out. The link is in the description
Yeah,
box.
definitely.
And other than that, thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful journey. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. And
Thank
I see
you.
you on the next episode. Yes, thank you. Bye.